Oh hey, welcome back to another video. Yes, I wanted to make another video as always. Okay, I want to talk about my favorite teachers. Okay, I feel that with all the whole thing about studying going on and everyone's studying. Okay, obviously feeling very stressed out, pretty burned out, but obviously without the help of our teachers, I think our way of like when we study, we wouldn't like for example motivating yourself to study. I think one of the motivation for you to study is really your teachers. I'm sure everyone has their own favorite teachers as well. Okay, and I think we can all relate to each other, and we can all say, hey, I have this favorite teacher. You know, yeah, we definitely have favorite teachers where they come from, different subjects like English, math, because of the way they teach or the content that they teach is pretty exciting and very interesting and very well prepared content, I would say. So, here are my favorite teachers, okay? Obviously, I won't name drop them because obviously, privacy, okay? We have to respect teachers' privacy, everyone, okay? But I will talk about uh, like what subject they teach at least. So I think that's like the maximum we will go in terms of talking about my favorite teachers. So I think it's more like it's not really just my favorite teachers. I think it's more like my favorite subject teachers. So yeah, maybe that's gonna be the title of the video instead of my favorite teachers. So I don't know. I just randomly came up with this idea, but I figured it's really good to talk about. Okay. First of all, okay, if you are from my school, okay, I think you probably know who my uh, I think if you know which class I am from, okay, I think you already know who's my English teacher, okay. All right. We are not gonna talk about. We're not going to reveal who it is, obviously, but we all know he's a great teacher. All right. English teachers. Okay. It's not just him, by the way. It's not just my secondary school English teacher. In fact, okay. It's not just him. That's my favorite subject teacher. Okay. In terms of English subject teacher, I think. Um, I feel that okay. Before we continue, all right. I feel that every like primary school and secondary school, like towards like the ending of the journey of your primary school and secondary school, you tend to realize that your English teachers are really quite. I think the most motivational teachers and most likely going to be your favorite teachers. Okay, I think other people may say otherwise. I'm sure about that. Maybe you will end up having a math teacher as your favorite teacher. And I totally respect that. But I also have this primary school English teacher as well that I also is also my favorite, and uh, her content that she taught was very interesting. And every time before lessons started, she'll always be sharing with us the latest news in Singapore because obviously Singapore news is very related to us. Okay, it is very, what do you call that? Very relevant to us, and we should read more news. Yeah, her purpose of trying to um, share these stories, okay, that we see every day on the daily basis during English lessons, before English lessons even starts. She always shows us these interesting news articles, and after that, the lesson would start off very interesting because we have like some sort of interesting, oh, this guy did that, from the news article, oh, this is happening, and wow, that would be like a little bit of a debate. I think it's pretty usual to have that. It's also the same here in secondary school, okay, where my teacher, he also he doesn't really start off every English lessons talking about latest news that he thinks is relevant to us, but I think he kind of like frequently does that. He doesn't do that often. I think maybe between the range of occasionally and frequently. Like he shares these stories. Like for example, nowadays we have e-scooters. Okay, I want to talk about e-scooters by the way, but um, I'm afraid that topic might go a bit offhand, and I might get to it's gonna get controversial. So I'm not planning to do that video, but I have a lot of opinions about it. I'm just trying to talk about this, okay, where my teacher, okay, obviously occasionally shares latest stories and also shares latest news. Okay, it's the same thing. So, yeah, and the recent one is like I said, the e-scooter ones. Okay, I don't know if you've been reading the news, but there has been this e-scooter. What do you call that? E-scooter rider who apparently hit a child pedestrian along Orchard Road. So and the e-scooter rider didn't apologize. He was like, telling the father, you should have taken care of your child and not let him roam around like that. So it's kind of a bit not of a great reaction. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like the way that this is turning out. But okay, this is not the main context of this video. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that he shares the news. Okay, and also his lessons are very entertaining as well. Okay, and he's a very nice going guy. Okay, I think we can all agree that not just English teachers, obviously, or other teachers as well. There's other teachers out there that's nice going, not so strict. Very nice going. Okay, and very very cool guy. Thank you, fellow English teacher. Very cool. He's a very caring guy. Obviously, he's a kind guy. He's a very caring guy, and I do enjoy his English lessons. However, yeah, there's a lot of disadvantages in terms of me sleeping late sometimes, and especially Tuesday lessons. I would just fall asleep in class. Okay, halfway. Usually in the second half of the lesson, I just start falling asleep. But okay, I still stand by my opinion where English lessons are still very entertaining and very interesting to be engaged in. So yeah, and it's very interesting. It's very nice to see that people engage in class in terms of participating in class. Giving engaging. Contributing. Yeah, that's the word. Contributing to answers during lessons, and it's very I don't know what else to say, but it is wonderful. It is very delightful to see that. Very magnificent to see that, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my English teacher. He's a very nice guy and a very kind guy, and he's obviously my top favorite teacher. Okay, but I think that ties in now with now my new math teacher. Okay, that recently took over this year, and he's like the head of department for math. So I think everyone would think that, oh, head of department for a certain subject. Ooh, very spooky, very scary. I gotta be very serious, okay? He's gonna be a very, very strict teacher. Well, you're wrong, okay? Not all head of departments of certain of these like subjects, okay? Not all of them are actually strict and being like, oh, you better do your work. You better do your work, or I'm gonna send you to detention. So not all of these HODs, okay? That's the short form. Not all of these HODs are strict, okay? So in this case, I got the HOD for math as my math teacher, and I feel very privileged, by the way, okay? Seeing that results overall in the class, okay? Of course, exception for me, okay? Because I don't know what I've been doing for the past 2 months. I think you've seen the videos where I said I was very stressful during February and March, and that's why and like I had this one common goal of finishing up my art coursework and blah 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 blah. Okay, you can go and watch that video, and this caused me to not do very well for math common test, but at least I managed to pass. But it's still not a very satisfying, not a very good result. Okay, but we'll work towards it. Okay, that's right. We will work towards a distinction goal for our mid-year examinations, and I'm sure the class as well. Yeah. Um, yeah. Overall, the class, me myself included, obviously. The first day yeah, I think, yeah, the first impression that obviously everyone has on an HOD would be, oh God, okay, he's strict. We need to be serious. Okay, no messing around. Okay, I always remember this first rule that he always tells us. Okay, not really anymore, but on the very first day that he met us, the very first rule is he's always right. Okay, even if he makes mistakes, he's always right. Okay, so even you tell him, oh, it's a mistake, all right, he'll hey, no. Okay, he'll change it right away, and then he'll be like, no, it's been the right answer all along. So you're wrong, okay, because I'm always right. Okay, so that's what he always says. Okay, I'm not sure whether he actually really says that. Okay, I mean, I do participate, I do attend at least all his lessons. Okay, so he doesn't say that way. So but he's always right. That's one of the rules. Okay, one of the things I like about him as a math teacher, and being the HOD, obviously, he's again, of course, a very nice guy, very kind guy, but he's sometimes a savage. You know, not the pirate savage. Okay, I don't get me wrong. Okay, not the pirate savage. I think in terms of now the trending term, savage. Everyone, yeah, he's pretty savage sometimes. And you know, and whenever he sees, like, you know, not really performing well standards of like whenever he checks our files, our sees our behavior, you know, sometimes, you know, some people may be rowdy, but he's like, you know what, okay, I will only teach those, okay, who are willing to listen and who are willing to you know, sit through this journey and you know, go through this incredible ride to the end levels. So so I don't know what to say about that one, but you know, he's either way, he is he does care for everyone, but of course, you know, there's some sort of like limit. It's quite surprising that he never ever, not a single time, ever shown his like angry side of him. He never actually gets like, he never goes to rage mode. He doesn't go like, you know, top of the, you know, basically he's very he can control his temper pretty well. All right, so even if he's feeling angry, he doesn't really show it. He's a pretty strong guy, pretty well, also very handsome man. Both teachers, both English and math teachers, obviously very very good people, very handsome men. All right, yeah, I think it sounds a little gay here, but you know, they are very nice teachers. Okay, that's all I gotta say. All right, and the way that they teach are very interesting, very good, and I that's why I love English and math as subjects, and they do teach very well. Okay, but don't get me wrong. There's obviously other subject teachers out there like mother tongue, humanities also as well. Okay, there's other teachers out there who also have, you know, they also teach in a very interesting way, in a unique way. They teach in many different ways, but obviously the more prominent ones, the ones that stand out, are obviously my English and math teachers, because they really, they do, I would say they do a better job in terms of I guess motivating the class, and as well as to pull up the results. Okay, and really set standards, I would say. Yeah. Either way, thank you for listening in and thank you for watching this video of me saying my thoughts and views on who are my favorite teachers. Okay, even though I never name drop them. Okay, and obviously people are very confused. Like, who are you talking about? Okay, yeah, we won't know. We won't know because I cannot say. Okay, if I say, okay, it's gonna be big. So yeah. Thank you for watching anyways, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye.